Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another recap. This time with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 13, Episode 1. Yes, you heard me right. Season 13 started, Episode 1 is here. Go check it out if you haven't because I have several thoughts and opinions. I will probably be gathering and checking Mauricio and PK a couple of times in this video because I just got done watching the episode and I am still slightly on edge, and judging by the way things are going to go out in this season, I just know that these two will drain the fun and the life out of me in every single episode that I see them because I am irritated at that. But that's besides the point. I will touch on everything later. Let's get right into what happened this episode. We start off with a little, season 12 recap, if you may. This episode really highlights the Kathy Hilton effect that has happened in this group with all of the dilemmas and the dramas that happened in season 12 with Kyle's sister, involving pretty much everyone, mainly Lisa, Kyle, and Erica. So everybody's on edge, everybody's relationship is kind of strained, and the distance can be felt. So Dorit took it upon herself to invite every lady out to a healing retreat with a woman called Eagle Woman that is going to do a type of Indian ceremony where everybody can reconnect, really let go, and talk about the issues that are pressing down onto them. So we get to the location, everybody's getting ready, we see some chit-chats between the group, Sutton and Garcelle are riding together, Sutton's FaceTiming Crystal, Sutton's FaceTiming Kyle, Erica's kind of talking about how she's pretty much an alone man right now walking into the lion's den because Lisa Rinna has, left the show. We also see the resignation email from Lisa Rinna being on display in a slide in the episode, so that was interesting. Everybody gets together. We kind of straight get to the point with this healing. Everybody's sitting down. She's kind of handing out tea, sage tea to cleanse, I guess. The woman was kind of a bit, wishy-washy with it. I didn't get that many professional vibes from her and her apprentice. But, yeah, they kind of immediately get to the point. Dorit's heard that Erica shaded her at BravoCon. Erica is seemingly not very accountable. She has some difficulties standing up to the fact that she behaved in a not so great way to her friend. But eventually she does feel sorry. She also mentions how it was very low of her and that she is truly sorry and that she does care for Dorit. Then we have Kyle. Kyle is mentioning how the group pretty much left her all alone without any support at the reunion when kind of Kathy and Andy came down at her when her, part in the reunion was displayed. Which, to be honest, I had such a different opinion of Kyle last season because I saw some of the stuff that she did, and the pushing Sutton around while it's being alcoholized, and kind of being on Diana's side, but now, kind of her recounting her experience that she had last year, I view it differently. I have to say, I felt bad for Kyle because I saw the way the dynamic that she has with her sister is wearing her down emotionally and spiritually. I see the way that she has lost control of dialogue when she speaks to Kathy, because Kathy is almost like Big Kathy 2.0. She can be very snappy. I think Kathy Hilton is a very, is a person that you do not want to necessarily mess with. And these are definitely the vibes that they give each other off. It's kind of like Kathy is this maternal figure that Kyle is just so deeply afraid of. And I think her inner child in that scene, and I'm not discrediting Kyle's, behavior when it's dramatic and when it's shady and when it's, backwards. Not at all. I'm just kind of explaining my view on it now. I can see her inner child hurt when Kathy Hilton's name is getting thrown around. And it's interesting to see. It's also shocking to see how Kyle has never really had a backbone, and now it's showtime. It's Kyle's season. Kyle is standing up for herself. Kyle is vocalizing. Kyle is showing out and showing up. Is this Kyle's redemption season? Am I tripping? Because I never was a huge Kyle fan. I never minded her. I, of course, admired her, kind of executive producing position on the show that she unofficially has, in my opinion. But could this be her redemption season? Probably. Anyways, the healing retreat is over. Everybody hugs. The vibes are a little warmer. I think we've had some productive conversations that needed to be had. And we then moved to Sutton's store. She's meeting up with her friend Tiffany. She's talking about how business is really important to her, how she wants to basically shove it down her ex-husband's throat that she is doing great business, I guess. But what I'm asking myself, I have never seen someone talk about her store. I have never seen a customer walk in on camera. I am not trying to be shady, but I kind of didn't care for Sutton in that segment, and I usually do like her. I don't know what it was about those scenes, but they were not that entertaining to me, to be quite honest. I can sit here and talk about how impressed I am, even though I wasn't. I mean, I appreciate that. I still love and like Sutton. I think she's a great addition, but is she maybe better as a friend of, potentially, or a part-time housewife? Whatever. Who knows? But anyways, we then go ahead to Erica meeting up with her therapist, discussing how she feels as if she is incapable of being compassionate for others. And I think it's also good that Erica is trying to be accountable. Maybe it's not at the right angle. Maybe it's not the best perspective to work on it the way she does it, but at least she's trying. She is trying to humanize herself. I think she's also trying to wipe away the last 2 years that have really tarnished her reputation, and I understand that. I get it. I think I would do the same. And also, what came to my head right now, can we stop saying, how are you so skinny? Are you the shrinking woman? The girls threw around these terms at the beginning of the episode, and I was like, well, damn, isn't this like kind of the gray zone to body shaming, personal space? It felt a little icky. But yeah, We then jump ahead to what's her name? Dorit and Kyle actually meeting up at Dorit's house to have a little lunch or dinner. They're sharing some pizza, they're sharing some salad, and they're kind of rehashing the last year that they both had. Kyle's had a rough year, Dorit has had a rough year. Dorit feels like she cannot, you know, get past her PTSD that she experienced due to the robbery. We see flashbacks, and it's heartbreaking to see. I think I do understand, though, people that say, well, she's kind of beating a dead horse, but people that have been in situations like this, I don't think you can let go of that. I'm trying to picture how that would be, because thank God, knock on wood, I've never experienced something like that, but it's tragic. And what's even more tragic, the way she mentioned how PK is not showing up for her and supporting her, that is sad. I mean, aren't you supposed to kind of count on your husband? And then Kyle's kind of giving tips and clues very early on in this season that her marriage is crumbling. Her marriage is pretty much, I mean, aren't they like both checked out almost entirely? Let's be frank, let's be real. We will touch on this topic that is pressing me down at the end of this recap. So, yeah, so they both rehash their kind of, year that they've had. The dinner ends, and then we jump to Garcelle and her two boys, getting ready for a picnic. And, Garcelle is trying to be very, vocal and communicative. They're chit-chatting. Garcelle is very work-driven. Garcelle has been away for 3 weeks. And Jax, I believe, or the other one, mentioned how he feels like he can parent himself, because Garcelle brought it up that she has a feeling that she cannot parent as much as she would love to. And the son is like, well, you should have done that 2 years ago. Everything that I can do now, I can do on my own. And he's being very harsh. I mean, we obviously do not know what happens behind closed doors, how much time she really spends away from her family. But I mean, that woman is bringing home the bank. That woman is really bringing home the bread also for those boys. So I think, they're 15, they're very young. I think as soon as they enter a type of workspace, I think they'll be a little bit more compassionate. But of course, I love the way how Garcelle tried to really take the feedback in, and she's trying to change it, I believe. And she mentioned how she feels like a failure, which I think is sad. I think Garcelle is a great mother. The way she is with those boys is very loving and fun and relaxed. So I have no doubt that whatever little tips that they have will be definitely repaired between the both of them. So this last scene is now going to jump to none other than Kyle and Mauricio. And when I tell you, the hair on my back was raised from start to finish. The expressions on my face that I made whilst watching this scene were priceless. But anyway, Mauricio is on the phone scheduling his schedule. I guess he needs to go to Portugal because of a work-related thing, allegedly. Kyle's like, well, it's really a problem when you need to schedule with your husband to schedule things. So, yeah. Anyways, what I thought was kind of, I don't know. You guys please tell me if I am just completely taking this in the wrong way. But I thought he was like complimenting her. He's like, well, are you going to go work out? You're eating great. You've cut out this. You've cut out that. You've cut out the alcohol, which I think is, I mean, it's definitely a positive thing to say. You've been in the best shape ever. I just really hope that these compliments that are now coming in, just because she maybe lost 10, 20 pounds and has cut out alcohol and is in a more defined shape, body shape. I really hope that he, prior to that, really complimented her and took care of her emotionally. So they are, chit-chatting around. Mauricio is like, saying, well, how many tattoos do you have right now? Because he kind of forgot, and she's like, well, I have 5. And he's like, well, love bean, I think that's enough, and like, whatever. And she's like, well, I was thinking about getting another one. And he's like, love bean, no, I will not allow that. And I was like, Mauricio, sit your behind down in that chair. Please do worry about your own skin. Accept your wife as she is. If she wants to tattoo her whole damn body, she definitely can. So who are you to befother her in that situation? And Kyle was getting very irritated by the minute. And it was very frustrating to see how he was kind of talking to her, and the facial expressions he was making. Like, I wanted to punch him through my screen. Like, what are you on about? Like, why are you looking at her like that? When I tell you I went from 0 to 180 really quickly, because I was like, there is no way this grown man is speaking to his wife as it was his daughter. I mean, aesthetically, if she asked of your opinion, if she would have been like, oh, babe, or love bean, or whatever the cringe word that he was using, should I get another tattoo? What do you think about X, Y, and Z? And if you would have said like, well, no, I don't like it, I think that does not suit you or does not represent you in any way, I think that would have been another thing. But she felt befathered and bemothered, and she was like, I am in such, a good place right now. I don't have to answer to anybody, not even you. And I was like, okay, Kyle, check your husband right on in the first episode, because we have never seen her, like that, and standing up for herself in a way, growing a backbone that we all said Kyle was lacking. And I was impressed. I have to say it how it is. I was impressed. I do not want to judge too quickly. I mean, we're 1 episode in, but I'm Team Kyle. I'm very much Team Kyle. I really hope that she keeps on this attitude with everything that she feels is necessary to vocalize like that. And yeah, Mauricio then responds to, kind of her answer to the whole tattoo gate. Well, you should do this because you want it, not because you are in a rebellious phase and you're becoming a rebellious person. And Kyle was like, baby, I am not playing with you right now. I am so clear on what I'm doing. I am very fucking clear. And that last sentence, I don't remember exactly how she said it, but she said it in a way that made me go, wait, let me put down my microphone. Yes, Kyle. I love it. In the words of Whitney Houston, I love it. I love it so, so much. So, yeah, that's basically the end of the episode. We have a preview of what's to come. And let me check Mauricio's mother quickly as well. They're having a little dinner or a little lunch together. Mauricio's mom is present, and she goes up to Kyle and she's like, What are these divorce rumors? What are these separation rumors online? What am I reading? It's too much. Girl, are you for real right now? Are you saying to your daughter-in-law that it's too much when basically she can do nothing about it? But when all of these years that the whole fandom has pretty much been quiet because Kyle's always been like, well, this is my man, my husband. He would never do this, he would never do that. But all those cheating rumors, allegedly, very much allegedly, do not come for me. I am alleging, okay? All those alleged cheating rumors about Mauricio hooking up left and right and cheating on Kyle, allegedly, and that was just right enough. That was not too much for your son to do to Kyle. I mean, those rumors just go back as far as him cheating on her allegedly like 12 years ago with a prostitute, a sex worker, which is not a bad thing. Do your thing, girl or boy, or you make your money. But he was allegedly out here in the streets with a transsexual sex worker, and a mess, a whole mess. And the hypocrisy, I felt like I was being gaslit as well through my effing screen. I had no words. I thought the episode had a very cute beginning. I was like, okay, this is lightweight. This is cool. But then at the end, I was living. But yeah, that is pretty much what happened this whole episode. I'm going to be completely honest. I really hope that we do not get as much Sutton in camera time, because I felt like she occupied at least, 15 minutes of camera time. I would have loved to see a little bit more of Crystal. I would have loved to see Anne-Marie right now. I would have loved to have a little bit more of an equal share of, camera time. But that's besides the point. Anyways, I am very excited on the introduction of this new housewife and the introduction of, not the introduction, but like the continuation of these issues that are pressing down Kyle Mauricio's throat and Dorit's and PK's throat. Because, mind you, I uploaded a video today kind of talking about how Dorit and PK have denied the separation rumors, but they have not denied the fact that the blogs and the articles have said that these two are living separately. So I'm like, what is up with that? So yeah. What else is there to say? I don't think Lisa Rinna was missed that much. It kind of felt like something was missing, like a little more of a comedic villainy type of character, but I guess we'll have that in Sutton now, because I think she's going to be taking in that role, or maybe Kyle, or maybe Anne-Marie, or Crystal, who knows. So yeah, definitely very much excited for Miss Camille Grammer Donatacci to return to our screens, and Miss Denise Richards to have a mother off with Erica Girardi. I am very, 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 very excited to see how that is going to go out. And yeah, you guys, that was pretty much it for the first episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 13. Let me know in the comments down below if you share the same opinion as me. If you have a counter opinion, let's get into these comments. Let's discuss. Thank you so much for the support on my channel. The last couple of weeks have been insane. I have been reading more and more comments from you, even if it's just 3 or 4 per video. I appreciate every single one of you taking their time out of the day, commenting something, be it positive or negative. Love them all. So, anyways, you guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.